Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Ready, Blue 80, white 25. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake. Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Breeze, a quick throw out to Thomas. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Young lady.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the 2nd year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, check.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Open man, it's Stocker. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready, 280. 47. Check, 47. Okay, come on.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action now. Ryan. He'll buy some, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ito Smith. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Ginn. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Breeze now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Ready? We're ready. Good. That's cool. Ready.
Breeze now on first down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Hey, Gunny, you ready? Check flight 47. It's a party now. Hey, got it.
On first down, it's Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
20.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Here comes the ball. Ready. Watch the slant.
On third down, Smith.
Ito Smith, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Darren Bell.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Smith. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this throw caught left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Smith. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. On 3rd down, Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
6 guy, check 6 guy.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch. And now here's another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
First down, New Orleans.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Breeze now to throw. And it's caught.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Tre'Quan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 5-8. Hey, Delta.
2nd down and goal. Breeze. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be 4th and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
by the time we have to leave the booth. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. On third down, it's Smith, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Ginn. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Saints, first down.
You're good. Line 4, ready.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Breeze. Past the 20. It's caught. Smith. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tre'Quan Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And got his man complete. The 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 82 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. We've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check hot route. Kill.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Get out.
On 1st down, Smith. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All day, dog.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. This is Smith. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's Bosher to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? See that happen. It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's the backup Mariota. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Smith. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter with his man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They were making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And he finds Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mariota to throw it. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line. Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Ready,
So
set.
time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Rabbit. 5.
And they will take a knee here.
Shaw on the keeper. Tonight's final score.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Hey, foreign car.